general.
What's up?
We will get their input as to where we are.
Turn this down here. So, gotta make this video probably a little bit shorter today. My son's coming to actually get some toilet paper from me. I was able to get a package because that's all they allow you to get, and I was down to like I think 4 or 5 rolls, something like that. And because I actually got 2 from a coworker, which is pretty darn nifty at the time. I didn't even ask. I just told them I wasn't able to get any, and then luckily this morning they did a senior citizen day type thing for senior citizens, and they came in an hour early, like at 6 o'clock, and then they were able to shop freely, of course, for that first hour. And I from what I noticed, I think a lot of them tried to get out, fairly quick. And because when I got off at 7, I mean, there was probably still, I would say, a good 10-15 people still there that were there when it opened at 6. But it's not so bad out here yet. Sorry, I'm reaching for all my stuff. It's not so bad out here yet, but I did find out my son, who works at a machining factory, they just got laid off, and it was all because of this, of course. So he, of course, took his last paycheck, which was really, really smart what he did, and then went straight over to the unemployment office and filed. Of course, that's not going to kick in for, I think, 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. So hopefully he has enough money saved up to pay bills. I have not even asked him at all, and he has not even asked me or talked to me about anything. And knowing my son, he probably won't even attempt to do it unless he was literally down on his last dime. That's just my son, and he's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. He's grown up to be a really good adult, even though he hates it. He's told me that many times, told his mom that many times. So I get it. I know exactly the emotions and roller coasters you go through, not including like personal life, your own thing with like partners or whatever, and just the everyday life with yourself. So even if you were living by yourself, the everyday hustle of knowing that you have responsibilities and having to take care of them, and what you have to do to take care of those responsibilities. That's always the task that I would say a good portion of society and everything else in the world don't want to do. Like, no one wants to work. I mean, if it was a perfect world, we would never get fat. We would always stay lean, have the best body, live 300 years or longer, depending on how long you want to live, I guess. And never have to work because everything is automated, free, and everything else. I mean, being self-sufficient probably at that time. I don't know how history is going to turn out, but I do know it starts out with, as I've been telling my son since before he even got old enough to start doing anything for himself. Just try to save up. Try to save up. I mean, told all his friends that have ever been over. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily sit them down, but I would talk to them. I would, because the stupid things that I go through in life, and I'm not afraid to tell anyone the things that I go through, the things that happen in my life. It for the most part, it doesn't bother me, because why should it? I think a lot of people go through the same things, just don't talk about it. For me, I know a lot of the heartaches and everything I go through being an adult is just experiences for me. And as long as it doesn't alter or change my life you know, I'm only affected portionally by it, not wholly, because if that were the case, then I would have to, like, you know, my job would change, or whatever's going to happen. I mean, I don't know, but whatever that is of course happening at that time, and you know, you got to experience it when you experience it. All of this doesn't mean much to anyone else. I just like to speak my thoughts, and I keep reiterating all of this because I'm not telling anyone or making anyone think or feel the same way I do whatsoever. I just want people to know me, and if this helps to get you to know me, that's cool. I'm not like anyone else. I'm not scripted, and yeah, for the most part, I do censor myself a lot, because I do cuss a lot. I cuss up a storm, but not like every word. So that's why most of the time when I'm talking, everything is just coming out. And it's kind of like if I'm at work, right? That's kind of how I treat this. If I'm at work, I'm talking to someone, I'm going to try to use the best language as possible, depending on what the situation is, you know? But if I'm with, like, close friends, I cuss a lot. A lot. So, and most of my family can attest to that. My parents probably can't, because my dad doesn't like me cussing in his house still. So, you know, that's just how that goes. But for the most part, everything's been great. I haven't been able to do anything with anything because of restrictions and not being able to actually do much actually after work. All of this that's going on is pretty it's pretty good but pretty bad, meaning, like, I don't have to have a reason to do things. I know what I have to do, which makes things a lot easier. Expectations for me to do things after work, that's another thing. You know, like today or tomorrow when I get off, I have to probably pick up my medications, because if I don't, I'm going to run out, and I don't want to do that. So, you know, that's just you know, one of the downfalls in some of my days, but I make up for it, hopefully, with trying to get the best rest that I can. But I'm happy, though. I got toilet paper, you know. This is not mine, it's going to my son. So whenever he gets here, I don't know where he is, but he should be here soon. Anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get ready here, stretch. I feel bad, to be honest, because I've already known, you know, so many people that are lost their jobs already, and they have to go on unemployment, which, you know, helps them, but it doesn't help them 100%. So, you know, they're going to have to borrow money, and then everything else is going to suck, and that's just how life's going to be. And it's going to be great for, you know, the people that are collecting the money or giving the money. You know, that's going to be great for them. But I just feel bad that there's no way that we could actually, like, still keep their jobs open and just make it so they're more safe and actually pay attention to what's going on in the world. Maybe that's too much to ask. I don't know. We'll find out, though. We will find out. To be continued. I'll talk to y'all later.